Hi, my name is Brooke Markovichis. I'm the founder and CEO here at Allobee, and I'm going to share with you today my top tip on time analysis. So the reason you need to take a time analysis over your business is because when you do that, you're able to prepare an effective roadmap and plan for how you can outsource over the next month, 3 months, 6 months to a year. And this will make you feel confident and feel less overwhelmed, unstuck, and ready to make your first or your next hire. Whether you're going to hire here at Allobee or somewhere else, I want you to feel confident in making that hire. So why I tell everybody that they need to start with looking at where they're spending their time is because that I've found after working with thousands and thousands of business owners over the last several years is that they really forget how much time they're spending on something. I know that I was just talking to our team and we were like, whoa, how is it already like 2:30 in the afternoon? Where did our time go? Well, likely our time went on to some things that were probably things that we could have outsourced. I know that there's at least 3 things, maybe 4 or 5 that I did today that I likely can outsource to my team and I need to. And now that I do this time analysis often, what I realized is that I actually start to think about it often. And so I noted already today, like at least three things that I need to outsource to my team. But it's constantly in the back of my mind. And you'll get better at that as you are trying to figure out ways that you can outsource, especially after you start seeing the power of getting things off your plate. So here at Allobee, we really specialize in helping that micro business owner. So you might be a business owner that has less than 10 employees. Maybe you're a solo entrepreneur and you're starting to get some things off of your plate so you can start growing bigger in your business and making more of an impact. So back to this time analysis. How the heck do you do it? What do you do? So one of the resources that we have here at Allobee that I'll share in the notes section or the description is that it's called the Sting List. So everything at Allobee has a B theme, but we believe that if things are getting added to your plate, they start kind of stinging you a little bit. It's annoying. It's stuff that you don't really want to have on your plate. It's not in your zone of genius, or it's taking away your ability to work on revenue generating activities. And we want to make sure that you are focused on building your business instead of all of that time focused in your business and working inside of your business. So the Sting List is a really simple approach, and I'm not going to go through all of it today, but what I want to share with you, the high level, most important part about this is you're going to take the next week and you're going to write down just about everything that you do. It does not need to be complicated. You're just going to look at your calendar and note down as you're going through the day. Like today, maybe I wrote some notes for a podcast, and then I tried to schedule a meeting with an investor, and then I was focused on making sure I also had some things set up for my kids for after school activities today, but all of these different things that I was doing. And I just note those down. You're just going to note them throughout the week. And you're going to put a star next to those things that you really don't need to be doing. Like, do I really need to be writing some of the notes for the podcast? Maybe not. Maybe that's something that I can outsource to my team. Do I really need to be setting up all of my meetings? Maybe not. Maybe that's something that I can outsource to my team or bring someone on to do. So I want you to just kind of put a little star next to those things that you know that you could outsource. I also want you to keep in mind things that might be coming on the horizon, big projects that might be coming into play for you as a business owner that are on your roadmap for your business. Is it a project that you can handle alone, or your current team can handle alone? Or is it something you're going to need to outsource in the future? I want you to keep that in the back of your mind, because this is another time when you might need to outsource throughout your business. And then the next thing that I want you to do is, once you've written all of those down throughout the week, it's not going to be perfect, but it's going to give you a good starting point. I want you to go through that list of all of those things that you did, and the ones that you put a star next to it. One, look if there's any more that you think you should put a star next to. Once you have those stars, I want you to see, can you outsource that today? Could you outsource that in a week? in a month, in 3 months, 6 months? What's the likelihood of you being able to get it outsourced? Is it going to take a lot of time and energy from you to get someone onboarded and on ramp to get them moving and get that off your plate? Or is it something very simple? Is it something that you could just make a few quick Loom videos or write in a document one day and they would be able to start working on it? Or is it something that's farther out there? A lot of times when business owners, especially micro business owners, are getting ready to outsource for the first time, they're like, oh, I'm going to hire a social media manager, or I need to have a marketer, or I need them to do this. Maybe you just really need a virtual assistant to take off those little tasks every single day from you so it can free you up to get ready to outsource and hire a marketer or hire a social media manager. Oftentimes we're not ready for that because it might take a lot of time to onboard because we need to think through our strategy. We need to make sure we're recording videos and making the content, writing the content, whatever it might be. And so I encourage you to look at what can you do today? What can you get off your plate today, in a month, in 3 months? And what is the preparation level that it's going to take for you to get there? And that's going to give you a really good list of what you could start outsourcing. Once you've done that, I want you to just book a call with Allobee or send an email to us at Allobee and let us help you take it from there. So a lot of times we get blocked at that point. So sometimes we get frustrated with, oh, there's so many things I need to get off of my plate. Do I hire a virtual assistant, a technical assistant, a marketing assistant, a web designer, a copywriter? What do I hire for? Let us help you with that. We'll take that stress off of your plate and help you figure out what direction you need to go. But do your homework and get that list out there, and then let us help you get to the next level. And then the next thing that I wanted to share with you to kind of wrap this up for this time analysis and why this is so important is that if you've already made that list, that's your first step into onboarding somebody. So especially if you have a lot of tasks that like a virtual assistant could do, there's your task list of what you can actually give to the virtual assistant, or it's your list of what you need to make looms for and what steps you need to take to get there. And so this makes it a lot easier for you to prepare to offboard that stuff from you and onboard people to help support you with that. So if you do that time analysis, that STING list, you look at the projects that might be on the horizon, look at all of those things that you've laid out, you're going to have a list ready to go and ready to help you get onboarded and get started with hiring a freelancer today. So make sure that you go and start tracking your time and what you are doing with that time so you can be ready to make your first hire or your next hire here at Allobee or somewhere else. I'm really excited to help support you in this.